Electrical resistance can be easily considered with an example. What is electrical resistance? We have drawn a diagram over here. If you can see over here, there is a small beaker. Here and here there are similar beakers, and the level of water you can see it is one and the same. There is a small tap connected, right? Here also there is a small tap connected. There is only one difference you can see. Here in the second beaker there are small pebbles over here, but there are no pebbles over here. What happens is that if I open this tap, what will happen? Water will flow easily and it will be going outside, right? So when there is no resistance, the water freely flows, and that too high amount of water will go out of the tap. We can correlate water flowing with the current flow. Here you can compare the level of water as the voltage or the potential difference, and the water flow, what is flowing outside of the tap, you can compare that with the current. And there is no resistance. See, the water resistance is minimal out here, so we can compare that with the resistance of wire. So what happens is that higher the water flow, higher the current, and both the sides the water resistance will be low, and the resistance inside will also be low. So this we can give an analogy. We can see that these are the same we can see in a conductor. Metal conductors, if you can see, this is a metal wire, this is a metal conductor. What happens is that there is low resistance, very low resistance inside, so current easily flows through the metal wire. Now what happens is that we have taken another beaker, similar beaker, right? But here the only difference is that there are some pebbles inside. When there is a pebble and I am trying to open the tap, water is coming over here, water wants to go outside the tap, but due to this blockage out here, due to this resistance, water doesn't flow outside. It drops, water drops, drops are falling. It doesn't flow like the freely flowing out here in the top. We have seen that water was freely flowing out here. So here the water flows one or two drops at a time. So there is resistance is very high. Water is slowing. We can take this analogy as water slows because of high resistance. So inside this there is a potential difference, voltage. Voltage remains the same in both the cases. Voltage is compared to the level of water, and the resistance, the water resistance is very high out here. So the resistance we can compare that with we can put an analogy saying that if there is very high resistance, so we can get the low water flow, and the water flow we can compare to a current, so we get small amount of current. This you can compare with an insulator. Insulator, what happens is that this is an insulator. This doesn't, if you pass current through this, there is no current coming out. It is very bad conductor, we call this is a bad conductor of electricity, and this metal wire is a good conductor of electricity. This is due to this reason. The resistance is low and the current flow is high inside the metal wire. Here the resistance is very high and the current is minimal, so you don't get current outside here in the insulator. Now there are two properties out here. So for the resistance, as you can see over here, there is a diagram drawn. There are two properties of resistance. Once the resistance, the length of the resistance is increased, right? This is L. We have taken another resistor where the length of the resistance is more. So the length of the resistance is directly proportional to the resistivity. Okay, this R represents the resistance and L is the length of the resistor. Here it is increased, so the resistance also increases, the length of the conductor also increases.